Meine Damen und Herren, ICE 724 nach Euronuk 2 über Spandau und Wolfsburg, Einfahrt an Gleis 7. Bitte beachten Sie den Abstand zur Bahnsteigkante und lassen Sie Ihr Gepäck nicht unbeaufsichtigt.
We're going to be trying to install Windows 98 and some games on this thing. So yeah, there's this little neat project called Win98 Quick Install, and it supports Windows ME, it supports Windows 98. The machine in question is a ThinkPad X250, and I'll be pairing it with a optical DVD drive with USB, and we're gonna see how this goes. Now what we want is we're gonna pop right into the setup and change it to legacy only. We also want to disable any security chips, execution prevention just in case, virtualization again just in case, secure boot disabled, and that seems about it. So Control Alt Delete and spam F12 again. USB CD. Okay, press enter just for a quick install. Oh, that was concerning it, but I found it. There we go. Okay, enter. Manage and partition hard disks. So we want to do that because we only have free space. So new, enter, primary, bootable, right, quit, back, yes. And now we're gonna hop over to install. Let's use the hard drive, we're gonna say yes. Skip legacy, non-plug and play hardware detection phase. Let's set that to no, why not? And install to your driver library, yes. Copy standard driver library, copy extras folder, apply correct fix patch for modern CPUs. We have a Core i5 4430. We're not gonna need this, that's fine. UEFI support, we can try. Let's see, because that would be pretty cool if it does work. So now we press enter. UEFI support is highly experimental. And there we go. And now we wait. That disk drive is indeed a busy bee. It's definitely doing things. So that's good. And now we're done. Now, okay, so let's just let it reboot. Actually, no, let's do UEFI first. Actually, I'm very curious to see how that goes. Start up, UEFI only. CBIOS, booting from hard disk. Loading user exe, must reinstall Windows. That's a new one. Well, we're locked up. Yep, we're locked up. Okay, let's boot back into the BIOS and just try legacy boot. Maybe that's just bad luck. Who knows? I mean, to be fair, we have 8 gigs of RAM. That's a bit too much for Windows, but let's just see what happens. Let's see a few flickers and a half. It briefly appeared. Safe mode, normal. Let's see, can we access the logs? Okay, that's a new one. That's a different error. Okay, let's try to figure this out. So I've got a patch on this USB stick, but I need to boot into Linux, so I have this USB stick. As ironic as that sounds, we're just gonna kind of wing it like that and hope for the best. So, for the fix of this issue, I found this GitHub issue. VM32.exe missing cannot be accessed, which is like what we have. And if we scroll down, people have tried to diagnose the issue, but at the very end of it, there is this. Okay, take that link, pop it and take this sys, put it in C Windows, then set this in config.sys and try booting. So we're gonna try doing that. If it boots, great. If it doesn't, no idea. So we need to copy over the hymem.sys and just replace the one that's actually in the current Windows partition. So we're gonna say authenticate, pretty sure it's in Windows, and just paste it in, replace, go to the 80 gig volume, config.sys. We have to put in that line. So DOS equals Control S, close, and shut down. Okay, entering boot menu, startup, UEFI only, new, boot on hard disk. Well, that still didn't work. Mayhaps legacy boot still works? Oh, just unplug the key, just unplug the DVD drive, that's fine. Legacy only, save changes and reboot, plug in the DVD drive. A few flashes, that's fine. Up, but too many. Let's skip that, let's try normal. As stupid as that may sound. Yeah, that's it. It's just all I had to do. I just had to let it continue booting. Now let's see what kind of non-plug-and-play hardware it'll find. Mayhaps it'll find something that's not plug-and-play. But however, I can say it is actually very responsive. To be fair, we're doing like software rendering and doing something else in the background, that type of thing. But, you know, that's good, the fact that it works. Another fun problem, because we don't have ACPI support, it doesn't really know what to do when it needs to restart. So control delete, nope. Even if we hold it down, the system is just very unresponsive. The only way you can do it is just kill the power. But let's just let it continue booting up. And we have booted. So, good news, the trackpad works fine, the trackpad works fine. Well, the keyboard backlight, that's not part of the operating system. In fact, that's just how it is with Windows. The keyboard though, ew, that's not good. Is there like anything we can type on? Yes, there is space to type on, that's good. So yeah, we have Windows 98 running on bare metal, and one of the ways I can show that is Windows pause. There you go, Windows 98 quick install, Intel x86 Family 6, mono-free stepping 4. As you can see, we are RAM limited, but we have applied a patch that lets it boot all the way through with 8 gigs of RAM, which is good. And yeah, it works. So now what we have to do is, well, install the Windows features. Why not? So we're gonna do control panel, add or remove programs, Windows setup. Now we're just gonna press space, double space to get all the components, adjust the themes, but I think I can figure that out actually. Do we have an Ethernet cable? The answer to that question is yes, we do have Ethernet. I can't tell if the Ethernet thing is glowing, but mayhaps it'll work. Actually, you know what? Let's try to set up LAN. I want to connect for LAN. DHCP, yes. Now let's see. Please install your network hardware, even though we do have that, I'm pretty sure, because it did detect my network card. My only reason why this may not be working is, I don't know. However, my website does work. It's a bit broken, that's true, but let's see, can we go to photography? Do not show this warning. Oh, right, we are on HTTPS. We have changed it to HTTP so we can actually use this. Switch to basic browser and let's just get a random image. I guess set as wallpaper? No idea. We do have a wallpaper, but it's just not scaled properly. Let's see, can we... Tiling doesn't make it any better. I guess it's gonna be the way it is. Let's just leave it at that then. We're gonna press OK. Huh. Wait, you're telling me this is installed once and you don't need this thing anymore? It's just figuring out on its own. Huh. We're still gonna need the DVD drive for a few other things I want to try, but good to know, because I didn't expect that. I thought I would need a disk drive for everything. Okay, and is that it? Is it still installing things? It's still doing more things on top. Okay, that's fine. So, Windows 98 out. The Sims is in. And actually I realized, yes, I did apply the label the wrong way, unfortunately. Do you want to restart your computer? Not yet, actually. Well, we kind of have to. Okay, that's a bit eerily creepy, but I think we can control delete safely. Yeah, to reboot. There you go, we don't have to hold the power button anymore, we just shut it down and do control delete. Ew. Windows protection error. What did I do wrong? Okay, if I disconnect Ethernet, we can still control delete our way out. Normal. So you're telling me plugging an Ethernet cable triggers some sort of protection error? Oh, okay. I'm gonna just plug it back in then, and we're gonna mind like nothing even happened. Do we have any desktop themes? Let's see. Okay, well, can we change this inside your computer? I would like to keep my own wallpaper though. And, well, The Sims launched. Let's try see if we can install it. That drive sound is very nice. Okay, welcome to The Sims. Well, I do have a serial number, but I'm not going to show it. There we go. Now we just have to wait 10 minutes for it to figure it out. Okay, get a cheat code or game hint for your game and much more. Register. Now get these great benefits. No thanks. Is that a loading icon? Oh, now that's a loading icon that I know of. Oh, DirectX. Install. Could not find a record INF file. Lovely. Start. Programs. Maxis. The Sims. 800 by 600. You can change the color depth from the control panel display icon. Cannot start because DirectX 7 service pack 3 RNT4 is required. Yeah, that's never gonna work. Even with software rendering, I don't think it's gonna function at all. It was worth a shot. I mean, can I even bump it up? No. I can do 2 colors. Oh, what's that gonna look like? In the meantime, I'm gonna take out the disc. Well, this is a different disc. This is a soundtrack. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, poor soul. Oh, what a poor soul. This looks terrible. It's not even rendering it correctly. It can't even render the background. What's the black chunk? Well, it sees that my soundtrack disc has 22 tracks and this is the test track, but I don't think we even have audio. I mean, I don't see a speaker icon, so can we even get anything out of it? Apparently it was playing. I can't see it, but I'm looking at the disk drive. I can see the LEDs blinking on, off, on, off, on, off. So it actually is working. Can I even eject? It does eject. What? Okay, that's cool. Okay. Can we run? No. Apparently we can't even start anything. But the Pocket Game Collection, nope, it's not gonna run. Maybe if I just run the setup? Wait, so it does run on Windows 98. What? Next. There's no way this is going to work. But it will, apparently. So, oh, that feels weird. To see like modern-ish games on Windows 98. Can we even run them? Okay, drag draw, some error. It's something to do with drag draw. So, basically, you can run Windows 98 on modern hardware at the cost of, well, nothing working. I can say though, this project is really, really good for old computers, I have to admit, because you just pop in a disk, you press enter, installs, and you just put the disk away. And that's it. And then you have a functional copy of Windows 98 that actually works. With the compatible hardware, you also get all the drivers. In my case, I only have working Ethernet and USB and nothing else. But yeah, if we look at the drivers, yeah, there you go. We have missing HCI things. We don't have a functional display adapter. We have a hard drive that's being detected properly. Keyboard, monitors, mouse, network adapters. It is actually picking up on the correct model number of the Ethernet controller that's in this laptop. Impressive. Other devices, none of them. The rest, well, it is what it is. And USB. That's it really. Well, yeah, and trying to unplug the Ethernet cable. And watch this. The battery is actually still alive, so if I want to lug this thing around, I can. I just don't know what the battery life is, and if I put it to sleep, it's still running. Because if I just barely lift the lid, yeah, you can see it's still running. So, yeah, there's no way of knowing if this thing is even in sleep mode, on or off. You just have to guess. Thing is, I actually may try this with, well, Windows 7 and Windows XP. Well, Windows 7 should run actually natively because it does have drivers. Windows XP, I think it'll be the same situation as Windows 98. It'll run, but there's no drivers. And my concern is obviously, yeah, just getting this thing online. Which I'm pretty sure the Ethernet is not gonna work at all. Maybe I can get away with like a USB Wi-Fi adapter. But, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.